Hey guys, what's up? Derek here from Bomb Socks, back with another week of Bomb Bites where we feast upon the words of Christ one bite at a time. So as we're getting into 1st and 2nd Thessalonians this week, there's some great context here in the Come Follow Me that I think really sets up just a brief little message for today. It says, in Thessalonica, Paul and Silas were accused of having turned the world upside down. These missionaries getting out there just turning the world upside down with God's word. Their preaching angered certain leaders of the Jews, and these leaders stirred the people up into an uproar. As a result, Paul and Silas were advised to leave Thessalonica. Now, Paul worried about the new Thessalonian converts and the persecution they were facing, but he was unable to return to visit them. One of the ways I've heard that described is like, imagine raising a child, and you get that child to about age 8, and you get that child baptized. They're excited about the gospel and everything, and then you are taken from them, and you haven't even had a chance to really share much about the gospel with them. You just got them taught, and you got them excited about it, and then you are taken out from among them. So that's kind of the way Paul and Silas were. All kinds of death threats going on, and so Paul is not able to go back and visit them. So he's got to figure out some ways of how to figure out how they're doing. He can't just shoot them a text and like, hey, how's everybody doing there? He can't do that, so he has to write them a letter. So this is the context of 1st Thessalonians. When I could no longer forbear, he wrote, I sent to know your faith. Now in response, Paul's assistant Timothy, who I am growing to love as I'm reading more and more about him, and we haven't even gotten into his books yet, who had been serving in Thessalonica, brought us good tidings of your faith and charity. In fact, the Thessalonian saints were known as examples to all that believe. All throughout Europe, this little church right here in Thessalonica was a great example to all who believed. And news of their faith spread to cities abroad. Imagine Paul's joy and relief to hear that his work among them was not in vain. But Paul knew that faithfulness in the past is not sufficient for spiritual survival in the future. That statement is great. President Nelson has talked a lot about that, how he's just like, look, you cannot rely just on the stuff of your past. You have got to be able to continually work on your testimony, own that testimony in your spiritual growth. So as Paul knew all of this stuff, he was wary of the influence of false teachers among the saints. His message to them and to us, and I love this, you can kind of keep this throughout this week, is to continue to perfect that which is lacking in our faith and to increase more and more in love. So the message this week of 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, to those who are doing great, keep going, keep moving forward. To those who maybe need a little bit of work on their testimony, there's some wonderful things here as well. So I love these books. Again, a short little message today, but I think it sets up really well where we're going for this week of study. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And thanks as always for sharing. We are so grateful that you do that. And of course, please go check out our amazingly comfortable gospel themed socks at bombsocks.com. Have a great day and we'll see you tomorrow. Godspeed. Bye-bye.